Okay, then look good. Okay. Okay, let's go.
There's a court case? Kex! Get your dumb ass over. Press the button!
Oh, my bad. I was like, why are we waiting here? It's like, what are we waiting for? Oh my god.
Kex, let's go.
I thought you pressed it.
What's the court
Right,
case about? Huh? Stash weapons.
Yeah, you have to,
Yeah.
keep your weapons away.
Hi, Murky, I gotta talk to you over here about something.
Drugs?
Okay, you see that? Okay, you see that potted plant over there, okay?
If you'd like, you can put them in a lockbox in the armory since it's right there. That way nobody touches them.
Whoa, wait, cadet, cadet.
Side agents, I need your IDs.
Do you have any weapons on you?
There in that potted plant,
No, I
okay?
don't.
I'm gonna get.
Alright, IDs please.
Hey, can I have ID, please?
Sorry.
Proceed. Okay. Go ahead and
So
proceed.
they can listen. I want you to give that potted plant.
Okay, perfect, go ahead.
Okay.
They're both good. Alright, Staff Sergeant, ID please.
In here is obviously
Alright, go ahead and proceed.
Your Honor,
Taylor,
I
I
hope
think-
that this can be brought to the
This
light,
hallway
and we can
here.
figure out what is going on here.
You
And I will leave the opening statement now up to the defense.
Now, would the defense like to give their opening statement, or would they like to leave it for the end?
Yes, Your Honor. We would. May the court?
It may.
Your Honor, members of the court, the fact that I must be here today at all is a mockery. A mockery of justice, of this site, and our legal system. We have, sitting there in this seat, a Foundation hero. A man who went through incredible lengths to save every single person standing here in this room from a potential anomalous infection. A man who did so through much suffering and challenge. Let me tell you the story of the day in question. A potential zombie infection in some civilians, incredibly contagious and known to spread rapidly. This infection was related to Dr. Clueless, who swung into action. Knowing this infection to be very much rampant, he created a makeshift laboratory, Lenny's lair, to keep the infection from spreading in our own site. There, he worked tirelessly, creating a cure, attempting to treat the infected civilians, not test them. But as he worked tirelessly, what happened? We're all familiar with breaches. We know that some are unavoidable and others, they're avoidable. And this is one of those times that it was completely avoidable. Dr. Clueless Lab, one Lenny's lair, was not as secure from CI or civilian interference as our site. So, to fix this issue, Dr. Clueless enlisted the site agents. They were there to protect Lenny's lair. Because if we had to be operating outside of site for safety concerns, we needed site agents to protect it. But what did they do when he asked them to protect it? They did not secure, contain, nor they entered Lenny's lair and began opening doors, letting out the infected individuals. Letting out the infected individuals, subsequently killing them, and releasing deadly pathogens into the air. Safely contained anomalies breached by the site agents. To make matters worse, they failed at the one task Dr. Clueless had given them. Don't let anyone inside Lenny's lair. And so, in streamed more people, as Dr. Clueless rushed to give all individuals hazmat suits after SA had caused a breach. But despite SA causing breaches and releasing pathogens and killing civilians, Dr. Clueless pressed on, researching a cure. And he succeeded. Dr. Clueless managed to cure the one civilian that SA had not yet murdered. They were given Class F amnestics after the traumatic ordeal and released. And what was the head of research's reward? SA embarrassed by their own incredible incompetence, needed someone to blame. They needed to charge him with everything that happened to cover up the numerous breaches and murders they committed. And that leads us to today. Your Honor, today you will hear the prosecution's desperate attempt to cover up SA's misconduct and negligence. You will hear them try to make excuses for why they caused breaches and murdered anomalies. You will plead and beg to convict my client and keep SA's mistake covered up. I ask you to see past their deception, understanding the truth. A researcher did his job to the very best of his abilities, and SA almost caused a catastrophic failure in containment. Now, the burden of proof here lies on the prosecution. They have to prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that my client knowingly committed each and every one of these crimes. Your Honor, the prosecution's case today is much like a house of cards. If even one card is slightly misplaced, the entire house crumbles down. And just as if you have one sliver of doubt in anything that they say to you today in court, so does their entire case crumble. Your Honor, I ask that you find my client not guilty. Thank you.
All right.
Arson.
Quite lengthy. Well spoken. With that, we'll carry on. Would the prosecution like to bring up a witness? Or
Yes, give me one moment.
of course.
Is Tempo currently on the site? I do not see him in the courtroom at the moment.
Hello.
Where?
Right,
Call up
yes.
Tempo
Would
to
you
the
like-
witness stand.
Please raise your right hand.
Oh, sorry, that's my left, but it's fine.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth to the best of your ability?
I swear.
Please state your name to the court.
My name is Head Judge Tempo.
Sure, you can. I mean, yeah.
Not your code.
I physically don't have one.
Don't be long, it's not.
Well, then let's carry on.
May I approach the stand, Your Honor?
You may enter the well, yes.
Good evening, Tempo. How are we doing today?
Evening, Mr. Cisco. Not bad, not bad.
Alright, so, the head of research here, Clueless. You are part of this judicial system and all security manners within the site, right?
I am.
Process. You are part of Site Command, correct?
That is correct.
Were you informed of any doings with this laboratory?
Objection, leading the witness.
Would you mind to elaborate just a little bit?
Certainly, he asked you a leading question, Your Honor, a question that results in a yes or no answer. This is a direct, examination. He came to witness.
Carlos, do you have a statement to reply back with, or?
It's just a general question. It's not a yes,
yes,
or no.
Your Honor, a leading question. Did XXX a yes or
It's an
question, Your Honor?
establishment of fact, Mueller.
I ask you do it in a proper way as is stipulated in our court proceedings.
Okay.
For the reason of laying down foundation, we're going to keep it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mayor.
So are you a member of Site Command?
I am a member of Site Command.
Alright. Were you aware of any things with Mr. Clueless here? Of this laboratory he had on at Lenny's lair? Was this approved?
This was not approved. I was not aware prior to showing up myself.
Alright. Were you informed of any... I'm so sorry, I had a major headache there. Were you informed of any civilians or any personnel, despite it being Foundation or not? Were you aware of any of them being held there?
Your Honor, I'm going to again object to leading. These are very clear yes or no questions.
Carlos, would you like to explain, or no? Wait, no, Mueller, please.
I'm trying to get. I can explain it to him. I'm trying to get a question on. This isn't a yes or no, Mr. Mueller. I'm trying to understand if or if not this was put into the system, the Foundation database, which I could not find. I'm trying to find out if this was in the system at all, or gone through the proper chain of command before doing this kind of malpractice.
Your Honor, opposing counsel is welcome to do that in the form of a non-yes or yes question, in the form or leading the witness, suggesting answers. Well, Your Honor, the objection is when you suggest something like, were there civilians there? That is a definitionally leading question, Your Honor. Like by definition.
Of course, we will. We'll strike this answer. Please try to.
Thank you. I just asked you,
so. Exactly.
Okay, so let me rephrase. Tempo is the procedure that Clues has to go through in order to get this kind of foundation set up outside of the foundation at Lenny's.
In order to establish a Foundation standard site, such as the one he listed himself as Site 66, he would need approval from not only Site Command, but the command of the Foundation itself.
What about... At what point did he do so? Did he allow this? Did Site Command allow this?
To my knowledge, no Site Command approved this off-site testing.
Alright. And, what would this be considered if he was testing on, civilians, without the proper, authority?
Well, to put it blatantly, a crime against humanity, sir.
Alright. One moment, I need to consult with my client.
It's a bit early to conduct a reset.
No, just a quick question.
Your Honor, while we have this recess, I mean to be rude, but I don't really know what's happening with these gen stacks over here.
Hey! Hey! Stay professional, goddammit, or I'll remove you out of here, huh?
Alright. I'll just ask one final question then. Were you involved at any point in time, and when were you aware of the situation?
I had arrived onto the scene myself, I presume after it had begun. I was made aware of this while I was actually out in the field. Someone had informed me that Clueless was performing a Site-66 test, which was not approved.
I'm just gonna see if you don't have any weapons.
Actually, one more question. What is your understanding of this Site-66?
To my understanding, what Mr. Clueless refers to as Site-66 was a makeshift set-up laboratory within the Lenny's Lair area that had involved several other researchers with various equipment that I can only assume was Foundation property that he had moved.
What was the reason this was created, if you were ever made aware from Clueless?
I saw Clueless was testing with some sort of airborne pathogen on the populace that he had locked away in Lenny's Lair.
And at any point, did he bring up these concerns to you at all?
He did not.
All right. And when you were brought up with this situation, did you bring up any concerns to Clueless?
I immediately did. The moment I arrived, I asked what was happening, why it was happening, and who authorized it.
Would you consider any of essays, the essay that were on scene? Did you have any issues with the way that they were conducting themselves?
From what I can remember, the essay weren't as much the issue as were the researchers under Clueless's command at the time.
What kind of what researchers were present there?
I'll be 100% honest with you. I can't really remember the names. I believe a Mr. Troy was present, as well as Dr. Clueless, but my memory is a bit foggy.
All right. Were you on scene there at the time?
I had arrived after they had begun testing, yes.
All right. How did Clueless conduct himself on this containment procedure of his for Site-66 for this pathogen?
Honestly, if you forgive my terminology, I believe that the word goofball would be appropriate for the way he was conducting himself. Not
right.
really the professionalism I would expect from a head of research.
What way did he become a goofball?
Running around, smacking equipment, not providing the proper safety equipment to the personnel that were there at the time. He did not quarantine the area, he did not inform anyone that he was doing any testing in Lenny's Lair whatsoever. Anyone could have walked in and become susceptible to this pathogen that he had knowingly released.
On the site there, could you see any sort of security to keep other civilians or chaos insurgents or anyone that could really easily breach this kind of information or containment? Was there any kind of security, any armed personnel there on that Site-66 before?
There was, to my knowledge, there was no security.
Alright. One moment. Do you know what Clueless's response were when you brought up the concerns of yours to him about his site?
Objection, hearsay.
Apologies, could you please repeat the question?
I'm gonna listen to the objection.
Yes, we'll listen to the hearsay. What's
Well, he's asking for an out-of-court statement, Your Honor. What Clueless said at that time is an out-of-court statement. Hearsay.
We'll have to agree with that as well. It'll be stricken. Unless you can read
Thank you.
the word better, or...
Nope.
Squizzy.
Alright. I do believe...
Is that all? You cut up
I
a
think
little bit there.
I think that'll be all for now. Thank you, Tim.
All right, you may return back to your seat then. Would the
Your Honor,
defense like to,
cross-examination.
Yeah, so it's just about the state. If question if you guys were interested in that. Yes, go for it. You may proceed.
Fantastic. Thank you. Was not informed. Tempo, tell me, what did the research department contain yesterday?
Yesterday, I am
Yes.
not even aware of what they contained yesterday.
About 2 days ago, there was an anomaly that didn't originate from on site. What did the research department do with that anomaly?
Again, I have been off site for a little bit. I'm the wrong man to ask.
So you aren't informed of everything research does?
I am not. No.
And so whose job is it to oversee the research department?
Well, I would have to say that is the head of research's job.
And was the head of research the one overseeing the research being done on the day in question?
That is correct.
Did the head of research approve all of the research being done on the day in question?
I can only assume that he did.
Now, you said that to establish a full site, it would need full site command approval, yes?
That is correct.
Does this mean if any researchers or mobile task force were to want to make a field testing center for, say, an epidemic, they would need to get approval from the very highest levels of the Foundation?
If they wanted to give it the official name of Foundation Site 66, yes, they would.
Let's say if they didn't want to give it the official name, if that was an unofficial name, and it's just a temporary site for an anomalous emergency.
If it was for an anomalous emergency and they were not referring to it as a site, then no, they would not.
Now, this site, temporary place, would have to have security, yes?
That is correct.
And you said there was no security at the provisional area that Dr. Clueless had set up?
That is correct.
So tell me, if there was no security, what were SA agents Chicken, Envy, and Funny all doing there, if not providing security?
I believe they were merely observing the testing that was taking place.
They couldn't have been possibly doubling their security. You don't think that my client perhaps told them to be security?
I do not believe that he did so.
And to your observation, they were not pulling security, yes?
That is correct.
Thank you. Now, the equipment that Dr. Clueless was using, are you familiar with it?
I am not familiar with the exact specifics of the equipment, no.
How fragile is it?
I would say some of it was fragile.
Do you know for certain? Are you familiar with enough to know?
Never mind.
I believe that I can look at a piece of glass and say it is fragile, yes.
And do you know how to use all of that equipment?
I have not been specifically trained in the use of all the equipment, no.
Is Dr. Clueless familiar with that equipment?
I have not seen the training record of Dr. Clueless myself. However, I can only assume that he would be trained in the use of said equipment.
So you suppose that the head of research was being too rough with the equipment that he is familiar with, owns, and knows how to operate, but you believe that he was not properly using it based off your knowledge of it?
I cannot say in good conscience that hitting equipment with a blunt force object is the proper way to use it.
Fantastic. And then my last question for you, Tempo. Should SA open up a containment chamber, who is responsible for a resulting breach, given your expertise here as a head judge?
Well, the individual that breached the specific object would be the one responsible.
Thank you.
I
No
don't
further
quite
questions, Your
understand
Honor.
the question.
All right. Ms. Temple, you may return back to your seat unless there's any other questions that you would like to bring. Would the defense like to bring up any of their witnesses?
We'll let the prosecution finish with their case before bringing up any, Your Honor.
Prosecution, Carlos. Would you like to carry on?
1 moment. I speak with my client. Is Rookie present here today? All right, give me a moment. Is Envy here today in the courtroom? No? Okay.
Leave their weapons outside.
Well, do you possibly have any written statements from them? If neither are
We
present.
have no more witnesses, Your Honor. They're not here in the courtroom at this moment.
Oh, I do apologize.
I'll let the defense take the stand for witness.
Well, given that, Your Honor, the defense has no witnesses to call. We rest our case. We'd like to move on to closing if there's nothing else.
Do you not have any witnesses or other statements that you would like to share, defense?
We do not, Your Honor.
Is there prosecution? Is there any chance that you? Is there any chance that your witnesses are they on their way? If you know at all?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
All right. Well then, would you like that? Prosecution, would you like to make your own statement?
I probably would not. We can move to closing, Your Honor.
Yes. Well then, defense, would you like to make your closing statement?
Certainly, Your Honor. May it please the court.
Of course. You may step in.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court, as I said, this is a very open and shut case. We have seen a lack of evidence, a lack of witnesses, and a lack of competence from all involved. We have to head judge how he did not see the side agent security. He thought they was there observing. We've heard how he was not even aware of the situation at the beginning. How he's not aware of any situations because he doesn't supervise research. That's what the head of research does. Your Honor, we have heard nothing but a lack of experience, a lack of information, and the only thing that has been contributed from anything heard here in court today is that SA were not pulling security and doing their jobs. We've heard that a provisional setup in an emergency like a infectious zombie virus ravaging civilians can warrant a temporary base. And even if it's affectionately referred to as 66 unofficially, that does not warrant a crime, Your Honor. I posit to you that this is the weakest case, that there is so much reasonable doubt in every crack and inch of this argument. I ask that you see that, Your Honor, and find my client not guilty. Thank you.
All right. With that all said, we'll have a small recess. That'll last about 5 minutes, so 5 minutes from now would be let's round it up to 10:40. Give it a few minutes, and come back with the results. All right. You're free to leave the room, take a step out, take a breath. We'll be going through a small recess. Yes, yes.
Please return to your seats. Corporal.
Hey, guess what's your opinion? This is awkward. Yeah.
For me, yeah. You're supposed to. All right, I guess. Well,
Isn't this like the part where like everything goes intense? Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Do you think I have enough time to tinkle before recess is out?
Joseph, don't let that stop you. We believe in you.
Right.
I think we got like 5 minutes left. Yeah.
Like.
We can't hear
Your
you.
Honor, we love your impression of a robot.
Honor, you're pretty cool.
I think the mic on your podium is having connections there, Your Honor. Just like take a look at that.
PK, go.
What? Wait, what? Huh?
You're telling you to go fix Judge's mic.
Yeah.
Not approach. I wouldn't approach stand. First.
I'm just.
It's a good way to get to my bailiff.
You need help up there, Compassion?
Everyone, please stay in your
What
seats.
do you got?
But wait, what if I don't have a seat to sit at?
You got you there.
Oh, I think the court's in recess. I'm pretty sure we're allowed to move around if we wanted to.
Yeah, we're in recess right now.
Lean against the railing.
So we should be able to
Wait,
walk
we're playing
around if we want
recess.
to. As in, oh!
Oh! Oh, damn. Alright, hold on. Everybody, please leave the area. Please leave the area for a moment, please. Everybody leave the area for a moment, please. Everybody, please leave. This is not good. Hey, I'm gonna say, hey, guys, I'm gonna put it back. Don't worry about it. Everybody, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, please.
Everyone, come
One
on
at a
out.
time.
Everyone
Get the
out.
fuck out.
Everyone out. Come on.
Everyone out.
They gotta leave. They gotta
Vacate the
close
area.
it back.
Everyone out.
Holy shit.
Everyone leave. Come on. Hayes, come on.
The courtroom is
This is
a
tremendous fire hazard.
Imagine 6
Excuse me, excuse me.
There are way too many people here.
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me.
The military is here for my taxes. I gotta go. I'm sorry. The military's here for my taxes. I gotta go. I'm sorry.
I don't even
Flag,
pay
flag.
taxes.
Good look at that.
Yeah, I got one of them.
Hey, I got one of those.
Hey? Ain't no way. Oh, let's go back.
Oh, we're going back in?
Oh, hi.
I'm
Sorry, you guys can go in.
That's okay.
Hey, look,
retarded?
can I help fix the mic?
Old Spice? Are you doing a promotion?
I don't need to
Can
promote
I?
Spice Sport. It basically promotes
PK.
itself
Everyone.
with its 48-hour
Everyone.
feature.
I need to get past.
I'm trying to.
Quiet down.
Research go.
I don't think there's enough room, but you take my spot, Old Spice.
Are you sure?
How kind.
Yes,
sure?
yes.
Thank
Sit
you.
up here.
Who's,
Come on,
who's the
buddy.
bailiff?
No, I'm good.
I
You
need-
have your spot. You earned it.
Oh,
Okay, sounds good.
We don't have
do you guys need me to like fix the mic or something?
I'm just like, eh.
Because I can help if needed.
I think Clueless went to the bathroom and he's stuck in the urinal right now. So maybe he's there. I'm not sure.
Oh no!
Was it because he was not
What is
expecting
this
Old
trial
Spice?
for? Who's on trial again?
Clueless.
Dr.
I don't know. Yeah.
Speaking to Clueless.
He got stuck in the urinal. That's what I got told.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yes.
Don't mind me. Holy moly, Apollo. Like Christensen? Or like different Apollo?
So I don't believe we've met.
Old
I've heard a lot
Old
about you.
Spice, back in your seat. Old Spice.
Oh,
Back in your seat.
sorry. Apologies.
Back.
Caboose.
Down.
Who is Caboose? What the hell is
Down.
No, I'm saying go into the caboose of the courtroom.
This is my thing you're talking about.
He's got a point there.
Old Spice.
He's got a point
Okay,
there.
so
back of the room.
Not guilty.
Back at the room. Oh, okay.
right. So what I was saying, Thomas,
Everyone stay in your
is that
seats.
I myself, perspire quite a bit. But you know what? Even despite that, Old Spice Pure Sport classic scent stays on. It's the deodorant that doesn't stop helping.
Holy
I
moly.
found myself in many
What
lines.
happened to the lights?
Thanks to Old Spice Pure Sport Classic. It's just.
I can't see.
I know what you're thinking.
see.
Hold on a second.
Remain calm.
I know what you're thinking. Hold on. Don't deodorants that aren't powder-based not work? Well, that's where you're wrong. Old Spice Pure Sport may be a gel-based deodorant, but that just helps it get better. Now, because of its specific
Joseph.
gel-based formula, it's able to go on and stay on tight. You see, it binds with the hair in your armpit, and it makes that even through perspiration, it gives you that good, clean scent. Old Spice Pure Sport
Joseph,
Classic.
I have a counter ad for you.
I'll take your
You ever heard of
Dr.
Quick
Guard.
Guard?
Yeah.
Alright.
Old Spice.
You ever heard of Quick Guard before?
Dr.
Quick
Mueller, I have a
Guard
question.
is a
Oh, it's so
cost-efficient, amazing deodorant company, alright? It may seem like a crappy off-brand, but it actually is very helpful. I currently use the 42-hour no stain help, and it just wipes just wipes away all the bad smells. All right, it's amazing. Though it may seem like a crappy off-brand, it's much cheaper. It's more cheaper than Old Spice, yet it has the same quality.
Safer, I think we have enough lights.
I highly doubt it.
It's not Old Spice, it is not the way.
Sounds like you
It
made
is
it
not
up.
the way.
Yeah, you
It
tell
is
him Old
not
Spice.
the way.
Woo.
I myself.
This guy Old Spices.
Alright, calm down.
I myself use Old Spice, right? But I found this and I got hooked, you know?
Alright, let's go.
Cool. These you guys
Hey,
still need some
bailiffs.
in the mic. We'll fix the mic. Where's the mic fixed?
I think the judge went to just go get a completely new mic. Hey, bailiffs, can you guys bust out a boombox and we can have like a breakdance battle in the courtroom?
Yeah, I like that idea.
I'll be right
I like
back.
how you think, Joseph.
If that's how court cases were solved, this would have been solved 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I would have won the case if that was the way.
I'm sorry, I fell into the bathroom. I do apologize.
It's okay, the judge did the same thing.
Such a
We're
cool
still waiting.
I thought you
Hey,
said
Clueless,
compassion was getting a new mic.
I think that happened because you didn't have enough Old Spice on you.
Alright,
It's a hint.
Yeah, actually, we need to see if Joseph has actual Old Spice on him. Like, honestly.
It's affordable. I'll say that. It's definitely affordable.
You want to see if I have an Old Spice on? Yo, let me take this shirt off and show you guys. You guys can get a fresh whiff. Hang on.
Oh.
Wait, I don't think that's necessary. Sir, I don't think that's necessary.
Get in your seat, please.
Hang on, I'm working my way down.
No, we don't need it.
Alright, Joseph, hit us with the whiff.
It's,
Okay. Okay, everyone, listen. Listen, we're gonna quiet down. We have a court case going on, so quiet down. Take
Put your jacket back
down.
on.
You have funky hand motions. Pretty cool.
Who is this? This is Dr.
Is it?
Sky Williams?
Is it?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. All right, doctor. I want you to do me a favor, okay? Let's see here. Where? Here we go. I want you to come right here. I want you to give a good whiff. All right. Tell me if you don't smell the amazing Old Spice Pure Sport Classic scent. I've been sitting here and it's like
Can
come here. Give me a good whiff. Yeah, come on, give me a good whiff. Smell the amazingness of Old Spice Pure Sport.
I would not do the pleasure of seeing that.
You guys can smell my pits later, so you can know.
I smell I smell lies.
Take a picture.
Conversation.
Hey, no photography.
Everyone quiet down.
He asked for it.
Photo.
Oh wow, that's snazzy.
That's a nice style. No flash
Oh
photography,
shit,
please.
pinstripes. Look at that.
Give me that photo.
No, this is
Where's the
Old
judge?
Spice,
No, hand it over.
He called you an
Those pinstripes doesn't get better.
Wait, what?
Give it.
What's the magic word?
Kick out.
Where's
compassion?
What are they talking about?
I think they're
I'm not
using
doing
a.
anything.
They found
I'm moving my hands.
What's the magic word?
I see your feet move.
Hand it over.
How do you
I'm
need
sorry, I'm fidgety.
Where's the
I
judge
can
at?
tell.
Photography courtroom.
What?
At least you didn't lose an eye like
Say that
me.
again, please.
This shit is taking a long time.
Can you say that again?
Photography in the courtroom.
Wait,
they
so
having
I was never
problems?
sure the
Just go
photography
by
in the
presets.
courtroom.
Or probably not.
It was him. He did it. It was him.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Are you pointing to me?
Yeah, him. It was him.
No, I'm pointing at him.
Yeah.
If I
Point
sit
that.
still, you can't see me.
Hi, Jimmy. Thomas.
He's like a dinosaur.
Everybody knows an RH is like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about the
Like
bailiff?
a tyrant.
You guys
Rex,
forgot to bring
they got like
suits.
We're too poor, we don't get suits.
I got like tiny on.
Man.
Yo, Old Spice, I got a question for you. How big are your arms exactly?
My brother Mark did this to me.
Pretty fucking large, I gotta tell you. Look.
I would say it's a pretty nice suit.
Wow, bro. It's pretty strong, honestly.
You're welcome.
Oh. What's your
Apparently he stole it from a shop. So
what's your routine, Spice?
What?
Like, what's your workout routine? You got the
Listen, it's all about having a it's all about having a routine. If you do not have a routine, you cannot get lean.
Old Spice only eats salmon, rice, and potatoes.
I was once given lean, and I got yelled at by my.
Fantastic.
I once had lean from CI, then I got yelled at by my captain.
The only thing I've had in the last 48 hours. The only thing I had in the last 48 hours was a bottle of antifreeze.
Oh, sorry
and a
guys,
bag
this
of
after
potatoes.
all, I have to. Hold on, I'm sorry guys, I'll catch up in a bit.
What?
The rest is the judge.
Everyone's standing
Yeah,
up.
the only food I had in the last 48 hours was a bottle of antifreeze and a bag of potatoes.
There you go.
Where is the judge?
So this is the judge right here.
It's fun to
Dave Mueller?
stay at
I mean, he's kind of dressed like a judge. He's got a fancy gray suit on, but...
Can you make a safe to drink bottle of antifreeze?
Oh, it's already safe. Just do it. Don't worry.
That's what I've been
It's
doing,
perfectly
but
safe.
Ocean
Just
over
drink
there tells
bottles
me
of
not
it.
to. Ocean
Well, I think you
tells
should.
me not to.
Joseph, you shouldn't be doing this. This is all
The
being
science
recorded. You
man
know that,
says
right?
it's safe.
I'm a doctor. I know what's safe.
I am as well a doctor.
He just. Okay.
I don't think it's safe. It's not good to drink antifreeze.
If you mix antifreeze with red wine, it's especially good.
No, Joseph. What do you have? What are your how are you a doctor? The doctor in?
Physics.
Yeah. Physics deal with
drink antifreeze.
bodily
yes.
in your body.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Sky said so, Ocean. Same thing with Mueller.
We're all
They both said
doctors.
it's
Doctors
safe
know
to
what's
drink.
good for the body.
And I'm also.
How about you, Clueless? Research himself. Is
Where's the judge? My God, we gotta get this over with.
Whoever said
meeting is
antifreeze
minutes.
to drink, it's not. Do not drink antifreeze.
Yeah,
Are you scientists?
Drink antifreeze. It's amazing. Mix it with red wine and can't even taste it. It gives you super powers.
I have a doctorate in being a nerd and biology, so I got this.
Is safe to drink?
Antifreeze is the worst way to die. Trust me.
Is antifreeze
Doesn't it say
safe to drink?
don't drink on the bottle?
Bleach is probably
No,
pretty
you
bad
insane?
too.
Clueless.
No,
Is
antifreeze is worse
antifreeze
than
safe to
bleach.
drink?
It just said no. It's not.
I think being burnt alive is pretty bad.
Well, 2 beats. I think the antifreeze
That's what
gets
you
into
want,
my
man.
head.
Okay.
Being chemically melted while alive, pretty bad.
But Ocean, they said it's safe to drink, so technically I should be allowed to drink it.
And I'm telling you, you can't drink it as you're higher up.
Do we think that if you drink
Well,
antifreeze,
last
and
time I
take the
drank
cure
it, I
out,
walked out perfectly fine.
Cypher, what do you think?
W there.
As the LCO,
Ocean, last time I drank it, I walked out perfectly fine. So, if I walk out perfectly fine...
As you're higher up, you're not supposed
That's
to
the
drink
coolest
it.
site tech. I say you shouldn't drink antifreeze.
You're not fun.
Oh, antifreeze.
I don't care.
You're not antifreeze.
Old Spice.
Let's just check on the research.
I need your opinion.
I'm about to say that.
Old Spice, what do you have to say
Why
about
has this
drinking
court
antifreeze?
case come down to antifreeze at this point?
Recess.
Why are you asking me these questions?
Because
you're the smart one.
I drank it.
Alright, calm down.
As soon
We
as
got
the
the
judge
trial
walks
to wait
in,
for.
everyone will quiet down. Is that understood?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
can talk until the judge returns.
Wait, what was that? I don't hear you. Hey, from
I'm gonna go on a walk.
Okay, guys, we need to calm it down. The trial's about to start soon.
Wait, do we have a jury?
It's very dark here.
Oh, wait, never mind.
No, Duff is actually secretly just.
Over. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down.
I
already put my gun.
Anyway.
Yeah, I guess black suits are really in fashion this year, huh? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, Judge, you found your
that's
way
a
out of the
lot.
bathroom.
Welcome back, Judge.
Your Honor, I think the mic on your desk up there is still messed up.
Hey man, turn off your phone.
Yeah, dude. Some respect.
What are you looking at?
What the hell are you doing?
Put your phone on vibrate.
Just turn the damn thing off. Hold down the power button and turn it off fully.
Be back.
Monkey cheese, please. Turn off that, please.
Yeah. Maybe I should start a law firm. That'd be
No
cool.
choice, bro.
Like,
I have an
what do I
idea.
call it?
How about
The
your
Mueller
catchphrase?
Bueller.
Rename yourself.
What's my
Your catch.
Ferris Mueller, stay
to
off.
rename yourself to Saul Goodman.
Get out of here.
He's a criminal. He's a criminal. Don't be like something.
Oh no,
yeah,
you
yeah,
could you
I
could name,
got-
you could rename yourself Harvey Dent, and you can be called, and your slogan would be I can put a dent into crime.
Oh my goodness. Let's.
That's
actually good. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like a pretty good catchphrase.
That's good.
Is that
Thank you.
actually good?
Yeah.
I think
That's
we're
the
gonna need a
decent
substitute.
with a catchphrase for my name, like, you know.
Permission to enter the well?
Wait, where did Compassion go?
There is no judge.
Is that like a
I'm
floor?
asking.
Oh my
Is that
god,
a
back to
trap
full
door or
square
something?
one!
Let's get a replacement.
Come on.
Hang on, sorry, one moment.
Brushing his hair, get it?
Gilgamesh, do you have a gun in the courtroom?
Was it me? Uh-oh. Good.
Or I'm gonna pet my wall crab real quick.
Stay close. Gonna do phase 2 of your plan.
Ow!
Whoa. So what's happening?
Oh,
Is
you
it
may enter
just
the
like
room.
not here anyway?
You may enter the room.
There's like a
Wait a minute.
behind its
Everybody,
stand. Swear to
everybody
God,
listen
keep
up.
stealing judges.
Everybody, listen up. Due to some technicalities, we are all going to tune into the command radio to hear the end of the court case. Command radio.
Stop that monkey. I don't know why you haven't been removed from the court yet.
Who just hits?
You slapped my researcher twice. It's
Who?
been monkey. Monkey cheese.
You're staying out of the.
Oh, no wonder it's 10 p.m. Oh my, it's late.
Clueless, I'm your number one fan, please!
Who is
Clueless!
this? I know who this
I'm your
is.
number one fan! I'm your number one fan, Clueless!
Why isn't that the bell?
Clueless, I'm your number one fan! Did you win? Oh! Oh!
So there it goes again.
What about the time Clue set off a bomb instead of...
Alright, I guess I'll go back.
No, not really. Just people are going to get weapons. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Okay, on now.
You got it! Oh, okay, there we... Okay, okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Monkey, if you could come a little